Forms is a really useful tool if you would like to get student feedback or encourage students to reflect on their learning. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you might set up a form for students to reflect on a session. As with all Office 365 tools, you start off by logging into Office 365 on a web browser and going to the app launcher in the top left-hand corner of your Office 365 window. Here I'm already signed into Outlook, but the app launcher is in the same place across all Office 365 apps. So we'll choose Forms from the list of apps, which brings up a list of the most recent forms I've used. I have the option to start a new quiz, but I'm going to click on the drop-down next to the new quiz button and choose New Form. This will open my new form in a new tab in my web browser. I'll start by giving it a title. I'm going to skip my imagination on this one and just call it Class Reflection, though you would obviously want to make the title more meaningful for your students. If you like, you can also click on the image icon to the right of the title to add an image. You could upload your own image by clicking on Upload. I'm just going to search using Microsoft's Bing, which you can usefully set to only search for images tagged with Creative Commons licenses. So you just type in your search term and press search, and then scroll through the images until you find one you like. Select that and press add. So next I'm just going to add something in the description, and here it's going to be some instructions for the class. So now you're ready to add the questions that you'd like your students to answer. You just press add, and then we're going to choose text, which allows them to write a free answer. I'm just going to choose long answer here so that they can write at length if they wish. And I'm going to type in my second one, again long answer, and I'm going to add in my third one with the text, and again I'll choose long answer. And those are my three questions that I'd like my students to answer at the end of the session. If you'd like to play around with the look of your form, you can always click on Theme and choose from a range of themes. I'm just going to go with the default here. Before sharing the form with your students, you need to choose whether you want responses to be anonymous or not. To do this, click on the ellipses in the top right and select Settings, where you can determine who can respond to the form and whether their names of respondents will be recorded. I'm going to make responses to my form anonymous. Next, we just need to click on the ellipses again to remove this panel, and then click the Share button. This again gives us the option to choose who to share the form with. I'll keep it restricted to people within the LSE. I could click on the Embed icon, copy the code here, and embed the form on my Moodle course. However, I'm just going to copy the link, and then I can choose how to distribute this to my students. This could be by email, or I could post the link to my Moodle course. As soon as your students have responded to your form, you will see a number in the Responses tab. By clicking on the tab, you can view the responses in a number of different ways. You can also see the average response time, which in this case seems ridiculously high. By clicking on the View Results button, you can see how each individual respondent answered each question and how long it took them to answer. You can also look at the responses according to question by clicking on More Details under each question. Finally, if you click on Open in Excel, you can download an Excel worksheet with all of the responses. If you wish, you could share this Excel sheet with your students so they can reflect on alternative perspectives from the session.